In the world of WWE, matches are always meticulously staged, with scripts and effects designed to deliver an entertaining show for fans. Yet beyond the bright lights of the arena, there are rare moments when wrestlers face real-life situations, where nothing goes according to plan and danger can strike at any time. From unexpected clashes with colleagues or fans to incidents outside the ring, these stories are both tense and dramatic, revealing the true grit and resilience of WWE legends. Randy Orton loses his cool at the gym. Randy Orton has long been known as a charismatic yet unpredictable star. In the early years of his career, he gained attention not only for his in-ring talent but also for his impulsive temperament, which sometimes made both colleagues and fans wary. However, as he matured, Orton gradually changed. He became a family man, living a low-profile life and dedicating most of his time to his wife and children away from the spotlight. Still, an unexpected incident in early 2017 reminded everyone that the name Randy Orton could still be associated with the word hot-headed. According to a report from NEA, the incident occurred while Orton was working out at a gym in Mexico. As he focused on his training, a fan approached politely, asking for a photo with the wrestler. Orton didn't outright refuse. He simply tapped fists with the fan and pointed to his headphones, signaling that he couldn't talk at that moment. It seemed the situation had been settled, but the fan went ahead and took a photo of Orton from a distance, likely wanting a keepsake. This action triggered Orton's anger. The fan recounted that Orton became visibly annoyed as soon as he realized a photo had been taken without permission. He reacted strongly, creating a tense atmosphere in the gym. Although the confrontation didn't escalate beyond a verbal argument, the incident quickly spread on social media, sparking debate. Some argued that Orton overreacted to a minor situation, while others sided with him, insisting that privacy should be respected, even for celebrities. There were also suggestions that the incident might have been partly staged as part of WWE's image-building strategy. At that time, Orton was preparing for a major match against Rey Mysterio in Mexico, and the company wanted him to appear as a heel, a cold, distant villain. If that were the case, his outburst at the gym unintentionally reinforced this persona in real life, making audiences believe that Orton was truly dangerous and unpredictable. Regardless of the real reason, the 2017 incident remains a testament to Randy Orton's signature temperament. Even as he has become calmer in his personal life, the Viper can still strike at any moment, especially when he feels his privacy has been violated. It is precisely this blend of real-life personality and on-screen character that has made Orton one of WWE's most complex and captivating figures for years. Jack Perry vs. CM Punk. One of the most notable offering conflicts in recent memory occurred at AEW All In 2023 at Wembley Stadium in London, directly involving Jack Perry and CM Punk. The incident quickly became a hot topic among fans, as it revealed real tension between two high-profile stars, going far beyond any scripted storyline or staged scene. Before the confrontation, Perry had participated in a brutal match, during which he used real car glass in a spot. After the match ended, Jack Perry looked straight into the camera and said, "It's real glass, cry me a river." Many interpreted this as a direct jab at CM Punk, who had previously advised Perry against using real glass due to its inherent danger. This moment not only created underlying tension but also escalated the conflict between the two, setting the stage for an inevitable backstage clash. When Perry entered the backstage area, CM Punk immediately confronted him. Words were exchanged quickly, leaving no personal space, and the argument escalated into a physical altercation. According to multiple sources, Punk grabbed Perry and put him into a hold, attempting to control the situation. The intensity of the confrontation forced security personnel and several other wrestlers to intervene immediately, separating the two to prevent serious injury. This incident is considered rare because, beyond the bright lights and scripted segments, fans seldom witness a genuine real-life clash between two young, talented, and powerful stars. It also highlighted the sometimes impulsive and hot-headed nature of both Perry and Punk, as professional pride and raw emotion pushed them beyond self-control. To fans, it served as a vivid reminder that even well-trained performers can get caught up in high-stress, unscripted moments. The backstage events at AEW All In 2023 left a lasting impression, not only as a personal conflict but also as a reminder of how wrestling promotions must manage internal tension. The fact that staff and colleagues had to step in promptly underscores how thin the line can be between performance and reality. It also revealed the wrestlers' strong personalities, professional principles, and the emotional challenges they navigate daily. Ultimately, The confrontation between Jack Perry and CM Punk at Wembley became one of the most memorable moments of a real-life clash outside WWE and AEW storylines. It showed that behind the spectacular performances, backstage life can be filled with unexpected, tense, and dangerous situations, where wrestlers face challenges as serious as those in the ring. This stands as a clear example of how emotion, pride, and personal resolve can push events beyond any scripted plan. Chris Jericho and the confrontation with a rude fan. Chris Jericho has long been recognized as a multi-talented icon, a top WWE star, the frontman of the band Fozzy, and someone unafraid to voice his personal opinions. He is the kind of person willing to speak up for what he believes in, even if it sparks controversy. This strong-willed nature has made Jericho stand out, and once led to a notable incident in 2016 in New York City. On that day, Jericho and his band were performing at a memorial show for David Z., a late artist and close friend. After the show at Irving Plaza, as Jericho was preparing to leave the venue, a fan approached, asking for a photo. At first, Jericho responded cheerfully, but when the fan requested multiple additional pictures, he politely declined, wanting to head out. What seemed like a simple gesture unexpectedly sparked a confrontation. The fan immediately became agitated, speaking more aggressively and losing control. According to reports, the individual not only shouted repeatedly but also used insulting language, creating a tense atmosphere. Jericho, already emotionally burdened by David Z's passing, was unable to maintain his usual calm. Unlike previous situations where he might have walked away, this time Jericho reacted strongly, resulting in a heated exchange on the street. Both parties raised their voices and exchanged profanities. The image of a WWE legend, typically professional and composed, showing raw emotion quickly drew attention. Media outlets, particularly TMZ, reported on the incident, fueling widespread public discussion. After the situation settled, Jericho addressed the incident, acknowledging that he had overreacted and apologizing to anyone affected. He explained that his loss of control stemmed from the heavy emotional weight of that day. Normally, I would ignore situations like this, but that day I couldn't. I want to apologize and send my best wishes to David Z and everyone involved. Though an unflattering moment, the episode highlighted that Chris Jericho is human, with emotions, limits, and personal grief. His candid acknowledgement of the mistake afterward helped him retain the empathy and support of his loyal fans. Vader and the incident on Good Morning Kuwait. In the 1990s, when professional wrestling carefully guarded its backstage secrets, openly questioning its authenticity was considered taboo. For wrestlers, hearing someone say they were just acting was almost a direct insult to their pride and the effort they put into the ring. It was this sensitivity that led to one of the most memorable incidents in Vader's career, a legend known for his intense style and explosive personality. In April 1997, WWF organized a Middle East tour to promote the brand beyond North America. As part of the campaign, Vader, along with then WWF champion The Undertaker, was invited to appear on Good Morning Kuwait, one of the country's most watched talk shows. At first, the conversation was relaxed, revolving around the upcoming event and the presence of the two famous stars. But the tone shifted when host Bassam Al Othman suddenly asked a controversial question. In Kuwait, many people say wrestling isn't real, that you're just acting. Is that true? The question immediately created tension in the studio. The Undertaker, known for his calm and composed persona, responded diplomatically to ease the situation. However, the host quickly moved on to another topic, giving Vader no opportunity to speak. Famous for his temper and strong sense of wrestling pride, Vader immediately interrupted. He demanded to answer directly, then dramatically flipped a table in the studio, grabbed the host by his tie, and shouted loudly. The shocking display left everyone stunned. To viewers, it looked like a scene straight out of a WWE ring, but this time, it was happening live on national television. The situation quickly spiraled out of control. Vader was accused of assault and using inappropriate language in public. Making matters worse, the incident occurred during an important religious holiday in Kuwait, complicating the resolution. Instead of leaving with the tour, Vader was held in the country for 2 weeks. For WWF, it was an awkward predicament. While the incident drew extra attention to the tour, having a major star entangled in a legal issue abroad also affected the company's reputation. For Vader, it became a notorious blemish in his career, highlighting his impulsive nature and fierce pride in his profession. Eventually, after significant intervention, Vader was released and returned to the U.S. Yet, the Good Morning Kuwait incident remains one of the most striking, real-life moments in wrestling history, a reminder of how unpredictable and intense the world behind the ring can be. Wade Barrett and the trouble with the police. In 2008, WWE had high hopes for Wade Barrett, one of the brightest young talents in Florida Championship Wrestling. With an impressive physique, a cold, commanding presence, and confident communication skills, Barrett was seen as someone with the potential to become a major star. However, before his career could truly take off, he almost jeopardized everything due to a serious offering incident. One evening in Tampa, Florida, Barrett was at a local bar when an unnecessary argument broke out. The situation escalated when he had a confrontation with an off-duty female police officer. The altercation led to Barrett being arrested on the spot and facing assault charges. For a rookie who had yet to establish his name, any legal trouble posed an enormous risk, as even a conviction could have led WWE to terminate his contract immediately. News of the incident spread quickly, raising concerns that Barrett's future in wrestling might be in jeopardy. Fortunately, after an investigation, the charges were dropped, allowing him to avoid legal consequences and continue pursuing his dream. Although the event left no lasting damage, it served as a stark lesson. A single moment of impulsiveness could undo years of hard work and training. Following the ordeal, Barrett became more focused than ever on his career. Less than 2 years later, he made his official WWE main roster debut as the leader of the Nexus. The group quickly became a disruptive force, and Barrett emerged as a confident leader, adept at controlling the crowd and projecting the image of a formidable villain. Looking back, the 2008 incident stands out as a pivotal moment. It highlighted that the path to the top is rarely smooth, and Barrett faced the risk of losing everything at the very start of his career. Instead of faltering, he learned from the experience, bounced back stronger, and proved he deserved the opportunity WWE had given him. Shawn Michaels vs. Bret Hart. One of the most famous rivalries in WWE history didn't just play out in the ring, it spilled into real life, involving Shawn Michaels and Bret, the Hitman Hart. This feud became legendary not only because of their top-tier matches, but also due to years of personal tension that deeply affected both men and the professional wrestling industry as a whole. The conflict between Michaels and Hart began forming in the 1990s, when both were key WWE stars. While each possessed exceptional skill and a distinctive style, competition for the top spot and control over matches gradually created friction. According to many witnesses and colleagues, Shawn Michaels often displayed a hot temper and a desire to dominate, whereas Bret Hart valued principles and fairness, both in storylines and in-ring execution. These differences steadily became sources of conflict, straining their relationship over time. The rivalry reached its peak in 1997 during the Survivor Series event, later famously known as the Montreal Screwjob. At the time, Hart was the WWF champion and preparing to leave WWE for WCW. During the match preparations, WWE and Vince McMahon decided to change the outcome without informing Hart. When Hart saw Shawn Michaels holding the championship belt, he realized he had been betrayed. The incident sparked one of the most well-known real-life controversies in wrestling, leaving Hart furious and deeply feeling deceived. Beyond Montreal, the feud between Michaels and Hart continued backstage and at events outside WWE. They frequently argued over who deserved to lead major matches, how storylines should develop, and how to build their personal images. These confrontations sometimes became tense enough that colleagues and staff had to intervene to maintain peace. Many insiders have described that, although they remained professional and outstanding in the ring, outside the squared circle their conflict was essentially a real-life match, stretching over many years. What's remarkable is that despite the personal disputes, both Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart delivered legendary performances in the ring. Their story illustrates how in professional wrestling, the line between scripted entertainment and reality can be extremely thin, and personal emotions can lead to unexpected, high-tension situations. Eventually, Michaels and Hart gradually reconciled, but the memory of their off-ring clashes remains a key part of WWE history. It serves as a reminder to fans that behind the spotlight and spectacular performances, wrestlers are human, full of pride, emotion, and real-life battles that can be just as unpredictable as the ones inside the ring. Enzo Amore and Joey Janela at the Blink 182 concert. In modern wrestling, Enzo Amore has always been a name tied to controversy. He often sparked endless discussions with fans thanks to his bold personality, outspoken manner, and brash attitude. While many admired his distinct style, some colleagues found his ego difficult to handle. This temperament led to one of the strangest and most talked about incidents of 2019, when Enzo confronted AEW star Joey Janela in an unexpected setting, a Blink-182 rock concert. Instead of resolving their differences in the ring, where conflicts can be contained, the confrontation unfolded amid a crowd enjoying the music. The story emerged through a series of tweets from both men. Enzo recounted the event with a sarcastic tone, claiming he approached Janela in a friendly manner but was rejected. As soon as I realized it was him, I slammed my hand down and stepped forward with a high five. But he backed away and told his friend to film it. Pathetic, Enzo posted publicly, showing no restraint in mocking the situation. Joey Janela, however, responded more calmly, sharing his perspective. According to him, he simply introduced himself and saw it as a spontaneous encounter at the show. I saw him, stepped up and said, "Hey, I'm Joey Janela, nice to see you at the Blink-182 concert. We were just going for a friendly five-finger slap. I wasn't avoiding him, but it was meant to be a funny little moment," Janela explained. The contrasting accounts only fueled fans' curiosity. One side portrayed the other as weak, while the other downplayed the incident as harmless fun. Regardless of the truth, the online exchange attracted significant attention. Fans began to take sides, some believing Enzo had overreacted, others siding with Janela for his calm approach. In wrestling, online showdowns are common, but real-life encounters between wrestlers from different promotions are rare. The unusual context, a concert crowd, made the incident even more remarkable, as no one expects to witness a genuine wrestling moment amid a lively music audience. Though the situation never escalated into a serious altercation, it remains a clear example of Enzo Amore's impulsive nature. At the same time, it highlighted Joey Janela's ability to handle tension with humor. For fans, it was a surprising, almost unbelievable moment, adding a memorable chapter to the rare, out-of-WWE encounters. The incident at SummerSlam 2013. SummerSlam 2013 is remembered as one of the most outstanding and memorable editions in WWE history. Fans around the world still talk about the thrilling matches, spectacular performances, and the electric atmosphere in the arena. However, during the very weekend of the event, a lesser-known incident took place involving the then-world champion Alberto Del Rio and wrestler Drew McIntyre. According to eyewitnesses, the situation began at an Irish-style bar in Los Angeles, where Del Rio and a group of friends went to relax after training sessions and press conferences. While enjoying the atmosphere, Del Rio unexpectedly got into a dispute with another patron. The argument quickly escalated verbally, and soon another group at the bar got involved, turning the situation tense. Sharp words and sudden impulses transformed the initial disagreement into a real altercation, with Del Rio becoming the primary target. As the situation threatened to spiral out of control, Drew McIntyre, who was also present, immediately stepped in. Using his imposing size and experience handling offering situations, McIntyre quickly separated Del Rio from the crowd and helped him get out of harm's way. His timely intervention prevented a serious brawl and protected Del Rio from more severe injuries. Despite this, Del Rio still sustained a few bruises on his face as a direct result of the incident. Interestingly, when Del Rio appeared at SummerSlam, the bruises matched the storyline perfectly. The commentary team chose not to reveal the real-life incident, instead explaining that the injury came from a kill switch move Del Rio had taken on the previous week's SmackDown. This approach preserved Del Rio's image while maintaining continuity for the on-screen narrative, leaving the audience none the wiser. The bar incident stands as a rare example of wrestlers facing challenges not just in the ring but also in real-life, high-pressure situations. It emphasizes that even top stars who have reached the pinnacle of WWE can encounter unexpected trouble outside scripted events. The episode also highlighted Drew McIntyre's courage and quick thinking, as he didn't hesitate to step in and protect a colleague. Although the incident didn't become a main story during SummerSlam weekend, it remains a talked-about moment within the wrestling community, a real-life glimpse into the daily risks wrestlers face. It serves as a reminder that the line between the ring and reality can be incredibly thin, offering fans a rare chance to see WWE heroes confront real danger beyond the spotlight. Harley Race and Vader. In 2012, at the Legends of the Ring event in New Jersey, two wrestling legends, Harley Race and Vader, unexpectedly got into a brawl right in front of fans. The event was originally designed to give attendees the chance to meet and interact with their heroes, But instead of a friendly atmosphere, tension escalated to an unforgettable level. According to reports, the incident began because Vader was in a very bad mood that day. Rob Feinstein of RF Video shared on his personal Facebook page that such behavior was not unusual, as Vader often had a short temper and sometimes spoke harshly to fans, especially when he felt bothered or disrespected. Harley Race, despite being in his 70s and having some physical limitations, always valued maintaining positive interactions with fans. When he noticed Vader's disrespectful attitude, Race immediately reminded him that the fans had paid to meet them and that respect was mandatory. However, Vader responded with a mocking remark, which enraged Race. Without hesitation, Harley, despite his physical constraints, delivered a punch straight to Vader's face. The strike caught Vader off guard and turned the situation chaotic. Vader attempted to retaliate, but his counterattack missed and accidentally struck an event staff member nearby. The employee was injured and needed ice to ease the pain, while Vader quickly exited to avoid further trouble. The incident quickly drew the attention of the wrestling community and fans. Images and stories of the altercation spread widely, leaving many surprised and intrigued. It was a rare example of wrestling heroes facing real-life conflict, increasing interest in both legends. Harley Race, known for his directness and strict principles, would not tolerate disrespect toward fans, while Vader, with his impulsive nature, reacted in a way that complicated the situation further. Although the episode caused a bit of chaos, it also showcased Harley Race's resolve and commitment to his principles. At the same time, it highlighted Vader's strong, sometimes volatile personality, a warrior who had dominated the ring for years. Moments like this remind fans not only of their illustrious careers, but also that real life can be just as intense as the professional bouts they once fought. Ultimately, the 2012 brawl at Legends of the Ring became a memorable chapter in wrestling history, blurring the line between stage and reality and giving fans a rare glimpse of these legends in a truly real moment. The conflict between Santino Marella and Jim Cornette. Tension between Santino Marella and Jim Cornette began during Cornette's time running Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. At that point, Santino, then known by his real name Anthony Corelli, was developing the character, the Boogeyman, a dark and mysterious persona. Cornette, famous for his strict and uncompromising nature, insisted that all wrestlers show genuine fear in response to the character. However, Santino often giggled or smirked during performances, which infuriated Cornette. The issue didn't stop at verbal warnings. According to Santino, Cornette would berate him backstage and even slap him multiple times to enforce discipline. These actions created a long-lasting tension between the two and left a lasting impact on Santino as he developed his own performance style later. From Cornette's perspective, Santino's lack of seriousness was unacceptable, while for Santino, the experience became a memorable lesson about the pressures of professional wrestling. The conflict, which seemed to have subsided, flared up again in 2017 when the two unexpectedly crossed paths at a wrestling convention. A fan happened to record the encounter, capturing them standing face to face, and the clip quickly spread across social media. Santino recalled, "I told him I hoped we could put the past behind us and show each other some new respect. But he just laughed and said he didn't respect me at all, called me a clown, and even said he should have slapped me again." This account shows that, even after many years, Cornette maintained his rigid stance, while Santino still hoped for reconciliation. This strained relationship serves as a clear example of how personal conflicts can persist in the wrestling world. It also demonstrates that even when in-ring performances are carefully scripted, real-life tension can create unpredictable moments. For Santino, the experience was both a lesson in professionalism and a motivation to develop a humorous yet principled wrestling persona. To this day, Santino Marella and Jim Cornette do not speak directly to each other. Their tension remains a notable memory from the wrestling world, illustrating how thin the line between reality and performance can be. It highlights Cornette's strong-willed, disciplined personality while showing Santino's resilience and independence in standing by his own perspective and shaping his unique image. Scott Hall and the incident at the New York Fan Fair. Scott Hall, a legendary figure in wrestling, was known not only for his remarkable in-ring talent but also for his complex personal struggles. Throughout his career, Hall's difficulties, especially related to lifestyle choices and unhealthy habits, sometimes led him into tense real-life situations. One of the most notable incidents occurred in November 2017 at a fan fair in New York. According to multiple witnesses, Hall arrived at the event not fully sober and was late to the scheduled meet and greet. From the moment he entered, He appeared irritable and began yelling at those around him. The situation escalated when he targeted fellow wrestler King Kong Bundy with harsh words. Bundy quickly lost his temper, and within seconds, he lunged at Hall, even grabbing him by the neck in anger. Fans watching were stunned. What was meant to be a friendly interaction turned into a real confrontation. Brutus Beefcake, who witnessed the entire incident, later explained that Hall, in a vodka-fueled state, had chosen the wrong person to provoke. He was drunk and went after King Kong Bundy. It ended up being very bad for Scott, Beefcake said. Hall was naturally strong-willed, but combined with impaired judgment from alcohol, the situation became volatile almost instantly. The event highlighted a harsh reality in wrestling. Even celebrated legends can face serious real-world consequences when self-control falters. The New York Fanfare incident served as a clear reminder that life outside the spotlight can be as unforgiving and dangerous as the ring itself. While the physical aftermath was not as severe as in some other brawls, the incident left a lasting impression. It showed that Hall, a WCW and WWE icon, was not only a powerful, captivating performer in the ring but also a human being vulnerable to his own inner struggles. Fans could see two sides of Scott Hall, the confident, commanding superstar, and the man susceptible to personal demons that could spark real-life conflict. Ultimately, the 2017 New York Fanfare incident became a notable example of the real-life battles wrestlers can encounter outside the ring. It served as a reminder that fame and in-ring strength offer no full protection from everyday tensions, and sometimes, a single moment of lost control can turn a fan meet and greet into a genuine nightmare. Alicia Fox and Ronda Rousey's husband. One of the most talked about incidents during WrestleMania Week 2018 didn't happen in the ring but in real life, involving Alicia Fox and Travis Browne, Ronda Rousey's husband. The event quickly became a hot topic on social media and wrestling forums after a video capturing their argument circulated widely. According to reports from The Sun, UK, the incident took place at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in New Orleans, where Fox was staying while preparing for WWE's biggest annual event. In the clip, Alicia Fox reacted intensely. She pointed directly at Browne, called him rude, and exclaimed angrily, "I can't believe you." Browne could be heard trying to explain himself, but Fox showed no sign of backing down, repeatedly expressing frustration and instantly creating a tense atmosphere. Notably, Fox quickly reacted when she realized the argument was being recorded. She forcefully swatted the camera away in an attempt to stop the footage from spreading further. Despite her efforts, the video still went viral on social media, becoming one of the most discussed topics during WrestleMania Week 2018. Fans and media alike immediately questioned the cause of the conflict and how serious it might have been. The immediate consequence of the incident was that Alicia Fox was pulled from the Battle Royal match at WrestleMania 34. WWE later issued an official statement claiming the reason was an injury, likely to minimize public backlash. However, both media outlets and fans doubted this explanation, as the viral footage had already drawn significant attention and dominated conversation during the event. The episode serves as a clear example of how real-life situations can directly impact wrestlers' plans and public image, even amid preparations for a major show. To this day, the true cause of the dispute between Alicia Fox and Travis Browne remains undisclosed, and the depth of their conflict is still unknown to fans. Some speculate it was a temporary clash between two individuals under the high-pressure environment of WrestleMania Week, while others believe there may have been deeper issues related to behavior and attitude on both sides. Regardless, the incident remains one of the most memorable real-life moments in WWE history, illustrating how life outside the ring can directly affect a wrestler's schedule and image. It underscores that even top stars, surrounded by lights and fans, can find themselves in tense, unexpected situations that go far beyond any scripted storyline. These are the rare moments when WWE wrestlers step out of the script to face reality. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Wrestling Sphere to discover even more exciting stories.